Hello everyone, welcome back to Blacksmith Studios. My name is Jack, and today we're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool 3. Now, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this trailer, for this film. I mean, I've already seen the trailer, but I cannot tell you how excited I am for the film. This is something I've been waiting for years. I mean, many of us have been waiting for this movie for years. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters, and I cannot tell you how excited I was when this trailer came up. I live in the UK, so obviously I had to stay up a little bit later, and I had work the next day and everything, but I didn't care. I desperately needed to watch this movie, and oh my god, this trailer was incredible. This movie's going to be incredible. I don't care what anyone says. Before I get started with the breakdown of the trailer, I just want to say thank you so much to Ryan Reynolds, to Hugh Jackman, and Sean Levy. Of course, they probably won't be listening to any of this, but I just want to put that out there in the world. And thank you, Kevin Feige, for bringing this film to reality. I can't believe I'm actually going to be talking about Deadpool 3, which is literally titled Deadpool and Wolverine. It's going to be incredible. Quick apologies, I might be calling this Deadpool 3 a little bit, but I will try and turn myself to say Deadpool and Wolverine, because it doesn't really feel like a true Deadpool 3. A faithful Deadpool 3, yes, but it seems so much more than that now, and I honestly can't wait. So let me get down to the breakdown.
Birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
So here we start the trailer with Wade Wilson's birthday, and we have, of course, some returning characters from Deadpool 1 and 2, making this feel more in conclusion to the first two movies, but also the rest of the trailer makes it feel like it's its own sort of solo film as well. So of course we get the returning characters from the Fox X-Men universe in the Deadpool series. So we have Colossus, Peter from the X-Force, Shatterstar, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Yukio, Dopender, Buck, Blind Owl, and of course Vanessa. Now it looks like Domino and Cable will not be making a return. I'm pretty sure the actress for Domino has stated that she would like to return previously, but that was a long time ago. And of course, Josh Brolin is quite a high-profile actor, so it is possible that he has had scheduling conflicts, especially with possibly Dune 2, or he has just not been signed on. It could be mentioned in the movie that these two are on their own little mission, as sort of Deadpool 2 ended with the fact that they're all on their own sort of team. And of course, we do have Fire Fist, Russell Collins, who at the end of Deadpool 2 also joined Deadpool's little family, but it isn't really clear about where he is. Of course, with all the time travel and meddling at the end of Deadpool 2, it could be said that these have just been erased, or they have been pushed to a sort of another timeline, or it could be that they sort of never crossed paths with Deadpool due to the time travel meddling, but it isn't completely clear, and it may be explained in the movie when it comes along. Now Wade now gives his speech and thanks the whole group for being there for him for making him happy. Now, why is he unhappy? Because previously he says that it has been a rough few years, but he is happy because of everyone around him. Now, why? And this is why I turn my speculative mind on, and I chose this photo, which is on the screen now, which is, of course, Vanessa sitting across from Wade as he has his head in his hands. I think Vanessa has now broken up with Wade. And, of course, we do see where they're sort of talking to each other here, and Vanessa sort of walks away from Deadpool. And it's a sort of weird sensory feeling here where it feels as though they may not be in love anymore. Maybe they fell out of love. Maybe something Wade did cause Vanessa to break up with him, because they seem very friendly with each other. So it could be that maybe Vanessa wasn't quite happy with Deadpool's fighting crime and things like that. Or maybe she discovered his time travel shenanigans and thought that maybe this wasn't right for her. It could also be that maybe Vanessa didn't want a kid with Wade, or maybe Wade can't have kids due to his mutant ability. It could be for many reasons, but I do believe that they have broken up. She even calls him buddy and tells him to blow out the candles, and this to me feels like not something that she would say. She would say baby, or more of a pet name, not buddy. Buddy feels more of a sort of forced friend saying, a little nickname for a friend. So I do believe that Wade has broken up with Vanessa, or Vanessa has broken up with Wade, probably the latter, and this is probably why Deadpool is more free and why he is more willing to join the MCU and be in a separate universe to Vanessa, as that sort of tie and that sort of tether to the Fox X-Men universe has now been broken, and he has no reason to stay.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me.
And then we get a knock on the door and the TVA appear before Wade. Now, Wade obviously watches them activate their pruning sticks and makes a joke about pegging, and of course looks at the camera, doing his classic Deadpool fourth wall break, and says that pegging isn't the first time for him, but it is a first for Disney. Now, Disney, of course, are known for having very sort of childish projects and output in terms of what they do. And, of course, Deadpool is far from that, and Deadpool remains an R-rated movie, even though Fox was acquired by Disney. So, of course, we're going to get a lot of Disney and MCU jokes from Deadpool in this film, basically making a little bit of a joke about how Fox is now owned by Disney, and Disney is, the mouse house and all of that. So it is, of course, the TVA now arresting Deadpool. We don't really know why, and it is sort of alluded to later, but then Deadpool has his wig ripped off his head. Clearly it's been glued, as you can see, little tiny pieces of hair still in his head as he's pulled through a time door and into the TVA. We then cut to the Marvel Studios logo, which has been updated to be red and black. Now, you know my logo, it's red and black. Red and black's my colour scheme. It is my favourite colour scheme in the world. Shadow the Hedgehog, of course, Deadpool, Carnage. Red and black is the best. So, of course, we have Deadpool now arrived at the TVA, and he is put forward before Paradox. Matthew McFadden's character. Now, Matthew has been obviously rumoured to be in the movie for ages, and he was confirmed very, very long ago, and he was it was leaked that he was going to be playing the character Paradox. So essentially what he is going to do is he's going to be Mobius's sort of stand-in, whilst, of course, Owen Wilson is not going to be part of this project. It could be mentioned that Owen Wilson is leading the War Room with, obviously, Hunter B-15, whilst they're planning their attack on Kang, or their defense on Kang, and it is up to Paradox to recruit the Multiversal Avengers alongside Deadpool and Wolverine. This is my theory, this is my thought based on certain leaks, but yes, we of course have Deadpool make a joke with Matthew McFadden's character saying, "You soiled yourself whilst you were asleep, and whilst you were unconscious," and Deadpool said he wasn't unconscious. Obviously making the joke that he's crapped his pants in the room unnecessarily, and he has no excuse. He just did it because it's Deadpool. Why not? And of course, we then have Deadpool ask Paradox, "Why am I here?" To which he says, "Come with me." And so we then cut to the next clip.
Wade, you are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
So here we see the brand new TVA. Now it looks very different to Loki, the show, where basically it looked very old and sort of very outdated, but it looks like everything's sort of been updated. Now, as we see this, we cut to Deadpool staring at his locker, and he sees his Deadpool outfit, and he sits there in his sales uniform. Now, if you zoom in closely on the badge, it does say Wade, and it's for a car salesman. And of course, I think My Time to Shine Hello put out a leak basically stating that Deadpool is now a car salesman, having given up the superhero life. And as we hear this, we hear Matthew McFadden's character Paradox state that Wade is special and that it is now his chance to become the hero among heroes, as he points to so many TVA monitors showing different moments from the MCU. As you can see in this first shot, we have a scene from Age of Ultron. So the first monitor shows Iron Man breaking into the Hydra base at the beginning of that movie. The second monitor shows us the Avengers doing a cool team-up shot in that movie as well. And then, of course, the third monitor shows us a picture of Thor during the events of Thor Ragnarok, where he unleashes his full power after he gets his eye cut out from Hela. The second set of monitors show us 3 scenes from Captain America the Winter Soldier. The first monitor shows us Captain America fighting Batroc the Leaper. The second monitor, I think, is just simply Captain America doing a cool superhero landing, I think from the same movie. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And the third monitor shows Cap as he is about to fight Bucky in that movie. And of course, Wade Wilson being Wade Wilson, and a fellow captain himself raises his hand in salute at Captain America. We then see a few glimpses. First one is of Cassandra Nova, played by Emma Corrin. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed. We don't really know who Emma Corrin is playing, but we do know that she has joined the cast, and it is possible that she's playing Cassandra Nova. And the fact that there is a bald character who is hidden in the shadows kind of weighs it into me that maybe she is playing Cassandra Nova, who, if you don't know, is from the comics, is Professor Xavier's twin sister, and she has very, very powerful telekinetic ability, and she would pose a huge threat to Deadpool and anyone else in this movie as well. So it's a very interesting villain, very interesting choice, seeing as though there is a lot of multiverse storylines going on in this movie. So I'm quite interested to see where this goes. And of course, we then see Deadpool in a sort of tomb-like area, which is very unusual. I can't really picture where this is, but there are a lot of artifacts around. Now, whilst all these clips are happening, Deadpool states that to Paradox, your little cinematic universe is about to change. And truly it is, because we are now getting involved in the multiverse a lot more. And of course, Deadpool 3, or Deadpool and Wolverine, is a massive setup for Secret Wars. So not only that, but of course, the R rating hits hard here. This is the first time in a movie Marvel have used the R rating. Of course, if you discount sort of the Netflix shows, which were produced by Netflix, and of course, if you discount the Echo show, Deadpool is the first cinematic movie that comes out, and it is, of course, the only cinematic movie that's coming out in the MCU this year. So truly, things are going to change in every sense of the word here, especially with the correct and proper introduction of the mutants into the MCU, although maybe not the rebooted MCU as people expected. Now, of course, as this is happening, we see Deadpool walking into a sort of casino, and he walks towards a man who is were having a similar hairstyle to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Now, my time to shine, hello, stated that this isn't Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. This is a Wolverine variant called Patch. Now, of course, I'm not fully into the sort of Wolverine variants in the comics, but when I hear Patch, I think Diamond Patch, which I'm sure was the Infinity Warp's version of Wolverine and Emma Frost combined. I could be wrong. This could be an actual Wolverine variant in the comics, which I am unaware of, I'm afraid. I need to clearly read up on my comics. But it looks like this will be a character played by a different actor to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I don't know if that's true. I feel like if that is true, then they could be doing it in a similar situation to John Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness, where they had John Krasinski, a popular fan cast, play the Reed Richards for just one time. So it is possible that possibly someone like Daniel Radcliffe could be playing Patch in this one-time movie, just to let fans see him as that fan cast. But of course, he may, in that case, not play Wolverine in the rebooted MCU or as the rebooted X-Men within the MCU. And of course, we close out this clip with Deadpool talking to Paradox and stating that he is the Messiah. And then he goes on to say, "I am Marvel Genius," to which Paradox sort of just goes, well, not exactly. So what is Deadpool doing in the TVA? The TVA are known to prune timelines that are created when someone alters the sacred timeline. Now, the TVA are in a position where Loki is sort of in charge of the timelines, and they aren't really bothered about the timelines growing anymore. They actually are allowing the timelines to grow and all these new realities, new universes, new lives to begin. So why is Deadpool arrested? They can't be because he messed with time travel, or did that sort of make him flag up on the TVA systems and the TVA need him for something. Why is Deadpool so important? Now, it could be that, obviously, because he time traveled and because he has a sort of experience in that, maybe the TVA need him to help recruit Wolverine for their multiversal Avengers, which I think will be fighting in secret wars against the one true Kang. This has been leaked a few times, especially by My Time to Shine Hello, as well as other leakers as well. So why is Deadpool being chosen for this? Why is he saying that he is the new Messiah? I believe that Deadpool's special ability is fourth wall breaking. I think because of his ability to fourth wall break and his weird understanding that he is himself a movie character, maybe that is what the TVA need in order to recruit the Multiversal Avengers. Maybe that's what they need to help them fight Kang. There should be something about Deadpool that is needed. It could be that he can just regenerate, but Wolverine can regenerate too. So what makes Deadpool special? I think it's his ability to fourth wall break. And that is what the TVA want to tap into. But then again, I know a lot of fans will be saying to me, well, what about She-Hulk? Well, I have nothing to argue against that. Maybe She-Hulk lost the ability to fourth wall break after her, situation with the Kevin robot at the end of She-Hulk. I don't know. But clearly the TVA want Deadpool, and it's for a reason. Why else would he be saying he's Jesus? It's a bit too far, if you ask me, but it's quite funny to see Deadpool back in his silly little humour again.
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait!
Wow, now this is where the trailer gets really interesting. Of course, it looks like Deadpool is given a brand new super suit by the TVA, and this guy gets a little bit gropey. So he starts smacking Deadpool on his backside and then starts squeezing his down under. And of course, we see Deadpool do a cool elevator reveal with his epic suit. Now, this suit is very much an upgrade from the original Deadpool films. I love this Deadpool film, the Deadpool suit in the Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, but God, this suit looks like an upgrade of a suit that was already perfect. Then we get a cool shot of Deadpool doing a really sick reload. Of course, we've seen Deadpool do many cool skills. In Deadpool 1, it was the 12 bullets. In Deadpool 2, well, to me, it was all the fight scenes. But it was his attempt to cut each of the bullets in half from Cable's gun, which was an epic fail, obviously being a reference to X-Men Origins Wolverine. But this was a really cool trick that he does where he's reloading his gun. And trust me, we see loads of cool Deadpool skills in this trailer. Now, this cool reload scene seems to be coming from the Void. It looks like Deadpool is in the Void behind the 20th Century Fox logo, which of course we've seen in many set photos. Now, why the 20th Century Fox logo was there, we don't know. It could be that Deadpool had to leave his universe and was taken by the TVA due to the fact that his universe was dying, or it could be a previous universe which was dying, which of course the 20th Century Fox logo could represent as part of the pruning process into the Void. It's quite a sort of meta thing, really, because obviously Deadpool will understand it, but no one else will really understand what the 20th Century Fox, logo will mean other than Deadpool. So this could be part of why Hugh was recruited by the TVA in the first place, because of his understanding of the sort of fourth wall breaking that he can do. We then cut to this sort of camp with many TVA agents running away from something which is later revealed to be Goliath, returning from Loki Season 1. We do see a TVA agent in change, as well as a few other people running around. These could be other survivors and inhabitants of the Void. It could be that since Loki Season 1, since the last time we saw the Void, other people have fallen into the Void, maybe because of their timelines being destroyed by incursions and the TVA pulled them out to protect them, or maybe there's other ways in which they got there. But it's very strange how there are now people running around. Maybe there were always people running around, and because of the Loki show, we only really saw a small bit of the Void with Loki. I have a theory that the Void is the MCU version of Battle World, and that could be where Avengers Secret Wars is set. So Deadpool being here could mean something. The Void could be much more of an important role in the MCU going forward than we first thought. So I'm going to gloss over a few of these little details. It looks like Deadpool's getting a few fights. Obviously, we've seen him being thrown through a car. We've seen a few other clips of the Void with a few of the inhabitants using some sort of weapon. And, of course, we see a helicarrier in the background. We then cut to, of course, Deadpool fighting in a snowy forest, fighting lots of TVA agents. Now, where is this snowy forest? People are sort of coming up with a few of their ideas. Some people suggest that it is the forest outside of Sokovia, outside the Hydra base, where Avengers Age of Ultron first opens up. I don't think this is the case. I don't think that Deadpool has any need to be in this forest. I think, if anything, it could be the Void, where there's just a snowy area, or it could be just a snowy area. It could be a part of Canada, and it could be a bit of a meta joke of Ryan Reynolds being Canadian and Hugh Jackman, of course, being Australian but playing a Canadian character. Either that, or it's a possible location for Alpha Flight to turn up if it is Canada, or it could be the forest in which Wolverine died. Wolverine died not too far out of Canada, if I remember, in Logan, because obviously that's where they were heading with the Young Mutants, including Lara, who is X-23. Now, I don't know where this location is. Personally, I don't think it's an important location. I think it's somewhere where Deadpool turns up and the TVA start attacking him. It could be that the TVA recruits him, Deadpool then betrays them and has to then fight them all off before they completely wipe him out of existence. It could be that the TVA need him for something and he believes it's for another reason. It could be that Deadpool is recruited so that he could recruit other members of the Multiverse of the Avengers, but the TVA intend to erase him at the end, and so he escapes to the snowy place and has to fight each of them so that he doesn't get wiped from existence. That is my personal thought of what could be happening here. We then cut to a pair of hands shooting submachine guns. Why am I mentioning this? Well, people seem to believe that this is Lady Deadpool. Is this true or not? I don't know. Could it be? Yeah, yes, it is. Does look like the gloves are very different to Deadpool's gloves, so it could be Lady Deadpool. Of course, there was a mention that Ryan Reynolds tweeted something about his wife when they posted the Deadpool trailer. He said something about "Where's my wife?" obviously as a joke, but it could be a slight little hint to the fact that Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' real wife, could be playing Lady Deadpool. This has been a thought process during the whole marketing of Deadpool 3, so it could be possible. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. We then cut to, and this is quite an interesting thing that I never thought I'd say, Pyro, returning Aaron Stanford from X-Men The Last Stand. We have not seen this character since X-Men Last Stand, and of course Aaron Stanford, my personal opinion, played it really, really well, even in X-Men Last Stand. I can't believe he's back, and it looks like he's going to be one of the mutants who is helping this sort of group of inhabitants who have, inhabited the Void. It could be that the Void inhabitants, let's call them Voiders for now, the Voiders could be a sort of thrown away X-Men characters from over the years. We could see many other X-Men characters. We could see Vinnie Jones as Juggernaut. We could see, Aaron Stanford as Pyro. We can see many other characters returning in this Void as thrown away X-Men characters, and to give them that sort of second chance, Toad being one of them, being rumoured, and of course I think Sabretooth was also seen in set photos as well. So we could be seeing many of these mutants come back to sort of go into the spotlight one more time. We then close this clip off with many TVA agents closing in on Deadpool in this snowy foresty area as he hides behind a log and raises his hand saying wait, and then we cut to black. This is of course a reference to the scene in Deadpool 1 where he is hit in a car accident. Obviously the car rolls over and many of Ajax's men or Francis's men come after him and they point their guns, and of course he opens the window of the car which has been turned on its side, puts his hand in the air and he says, wait, you may be wondering why the red suit. That's so bad guys can't hear me bleed, see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants. Of course, this will hopefully turn up in this movie as a little nod to that. This will be a very funny scene in Deadpool. I can imagine this movie straight away. It's going to be hilarious. There's going to be so many meta jokes. Sean Levy's a fantastic director, and of course Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman working so closely with him, saying that they've worked with their best friends is something I really, really cannot wait to see come out on this film. And it just adds that extra passion to this beautiful, beautiful project.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Now, let's come to the final clip, because I'm assuming you're all getting sick of me rambling on about this movie. I cannot wait for this movie, so apologies if I'm rambling too much. So, of course, we see Deadpool being thrown through this wall. I'm pretty sure we saw a set video of this, and he hits the 20th Century Fox logo. We then see him on the ground. It's sort of separate scene, because he's not anywhere near the 20th Century Fox logo, and we see a shadow cast over him of Wolverine. It is clear it's Wolverine because you can see the hairstyle, and then Deadpool stupidly says, don't just stand there, you ape, help me up, and Wolverine snicked, gets the claws out. It's a beautiful scene, it's so simple, and it's so cleverly done. Just the impact of Wolverine standing over Deadpool in a film, not to the film characters, of course, but to the audience, it's such a beautiful moment. And then, of course, Deadpool goes, actually, no, I'm okay, before Wolverine comes over, and we cut as soon as he's about to stab him. And the title is revealed as Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, there is a small, little, tiny shot, if you notice in this bit, where it's a comic book cover of Secret Wars, the comic, the 2015 comic, I think, where it's got Emperor Doom creating Battleworld. Now, there have been many sort of thoughts about how Marvel will do Secret Wars, and I firmly believe that Marvel will use the Void as their Battleworld, and the Void is just a sort of initial stage of Battleworld, and that eventually what's going to happen is that many incursions are going to occur, and they're all going to flood into the Void as a sort of bin. Not all people who get hit in an incursion will survive, but it could be like a small percentage of people are thrown into the Void during an incursion. Maybe they just survive, or maybe the TVA rescue as many people as possible, and they're thrown into the Void. I don't know, but I reckon that Battle World will be the Void. I reckon it will be called the Void for now, and then during Kang Dynasty, at the end of Kang Dynasty, I believe that the one true Kang will merge many timelines into the Void, creating a more complete battle world, which is the grounds of Avengers Secret Wars. So how that turns out, how that doesn't turn out, I don't know. But it is very interesting how Deadpool references Secret Wars here in that comic book cover. No, I don't believe Doom is in this in Secret Wars. I don't believe Doom will be referenced at all. I think Doom may be referenced in Secret Wars. I think Doom may be referenced in Fantastic Four. But I think that will be it. I think Doom should be waited until a later date, and now is time for Kang. I know many people aren't very happy about that, but this is how it should be. But yes, thank you all so much for watching this video. This is, of course, my first proper video. I do apologize. I know there's been a few times where I've said I'm going to do this and this and this. Home life and personal life and work life come into the way, and I'm sorry about that. I really, really, really am. But I'm here. I'm doing the Deadpool 3 video. I told you I'd do it, and I am here to do it. I will do a DCU Explain video, and of course I will try and do a Superman Legacy pitch. I'm not massive on Superman. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that, but I will try and do a good Superman pitch and try and learn Superman and try and understand why people love him so much. And to be honest, I am seeing a lot more about what makes Superman so great. But for now, of course, Deadpool. It's Deadpool time. I don't care what anyone says. It's time for Deadpool. I cannot wait for the marketing for this. I cannot wait to see Dazzler if she does turn up. Of course, she'll be played by Taylor Swift, hopefully. And I cannot wait for all these other characters. And I cannot wait to see Cassandra Nova come to the big screen as well. Let's hope for the best. Please tell me what you guys want in this Deadpool film. Tell me what you want to see out of Deadpool and Wolverine, and tell me which variants you would like to see the most. Me personally, and people are going to hate this, I would like to see Weapon 11, which of course is the Deadpool variant from the X-Men Origins Wolverine film, who was shot at the end of Deadpool 2. I don't care what people say. I think it'll be really cool if this person turned up and Deadpool made jokes. It'll be really cool if Weapon 11, Deadpool, Dogpool, which we haven't seen in this trailer, and Lady Deadpool formed a sort of Deadpool core against the TVA, and maybe they're thrown into their own timelines, maybe they're thrown into the Void, maybe they're arrested, or maybe they're just thrown back into the MCU as punishment. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's out in cinemas on July 26th. Don't know if it will be like that in the UK. That's where I'm from. Normally, I think these movies come out a little bit sooner. I really hope it comes out sooner. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.